Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the layers of corporate speak to find the real story. Today we're digging into a bit of an unusual filing, an amendment that tells us something interesting about a company called Ribbon Acquisition Corp and its big meeting. So what is this filing all about? Think of it as an update to a report they already filed, adding some final details about a special meeting of their stockholders that happened on the 9th of January 2026. The main reason for this amendment is to give us the exact numbers for how many people decided to get their money back from the company. Basically, Ribbon Acquisition Corp is a special kind of company, often called a SPAC, or a special purpose acquisition company. These companies are formed to raise money through an initial public offering, or IPO, and then use that money to buy or merge with an existing private company. So this meeting was about deciding the future of the company, especially whether to extend the time they have to find a company to buy. At this meeting, the stockholders had to vote on several important proposals. The first one was to change the company's rules to give them more time to find a business to combine with. Their original deadline was coming up fast, the 16th of January 2026, and they wanted to push that all the way to the 16th of January 2027. And guess what? They got their wish. The stockholders approved this extension. The voting numbers were pretty lopsided. A massive 4,811,942 shares voted in favor, with only 164,735 against. That's a pretty clear signal from the investors that they believe in the company's mission to find a target. Another key vote was about their investment trust. This is the pot of money that the SPAC raised from investors. They needed to amend the agreement that controls this trust to match the extended timeline, and also to include a new detail. They will have to pay $125,000 every month to keep the trust account going during the extension periods. Again, the vote was overwhelmingly in favor, with the same 4,811,942 votes for and 164,735 against. This shows strong support for management's strategy, even with the added cost of monthly payments. There was also a proposal to remove a clause that allowed the company to take up to $100,000 from the interest earned in the trust account to pay for dissolving the company. They voted to get rid of that. And get this, they also approved a proposal to make sure the company files a specific report, a Form 8K, for every monthly extension payment they make. This adds a layer of transparency for investors. The voting here was very close to the others, with 4,811,941 for 164,735 against, and just one abstention. It seems like investors want to keep tabs on every step the company takes. Finally, they voted to give the chairwoman the power to adjourn the meeting if needed, to allow for more time to gather votes, especially if the other proposals weren't getting enough support. This also passed with a huge majority. Now, for the most interesting part, the numbers that this amendment specifically adds about what happened with the money invested in the company. In connection with this meeting, a lot of people decided to cash out their shares. So, over 1.4 million shares were redeemed. That means almost $15 million was paid back to investors. Each share redeemed got back about $10.4. Now, this is a significant amount of money leaving the company for a SPAC. High redemptions can be a concern because it means there is less capital left to complete the acquisition. If too many people redeem their shares, it can make it harder for the SPAC to find a target company that's willing to be acquired by a company with a smaller war chest. It suggests that investors, or at least a good chunk of them, were either not convinced about the company's future prospects or perhaps saw a better opportunity elsewhere. Looking at this filing, Ribbon Acquisition Corp successfully got the green light to extend its timeline, which is good for management strategy. However, the high number of share redemptions is a flashing yellow light. It represents a significant outflow of cash and can signal a lack of confidence from a portion of the investor base about the management team's ability to find and close a suitable deal. The key risk here is that with less capital available, the company might have to settle for a less attractive business combination, or might not be able to complete a deal at all. The opportunity is that management now has more time to find the right partner, but they'll have to do it with a smaller budget. The overall direction seems to be one of trying to survive and find a deal. But the investor behavior suggests there is work to be done to regain full confidence. Alright, that's our breakdown of Ribbon Acquisition Corp's latest filing update. What's your take on these numbers? Especially those redemptions, do you think they'll find a good deal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finances. Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.